Problem number 6 from practice set 4.3, given on page number 103. This is page number 103. The question says, somebody invested in two companies. The face value of their shares is the same, but the rate of the dividend is, in one company it is 16%, in the second company it is 20%. But the market values are different. Face values are same, market values are different. Their dividends are 16% and 20%. So which is more profitable? Okay, let us start with the problem. It is given that the face value of both the shares of both the companies is same. We are considering the share, the face value of the share is equal to rupees X. So we start with that supposition. Suppose the face value of a share of both companies is equal to rupees X. Now let us start doing the calculation for company A. Rate of dividend is 16%. So dividend per share is 16% of the face value. We have so many times seen that the dividend is always calculated on the face value. So 16% of the face value, that comes out to be 16x upon 100, so many rupees. I could have simplified this, but I know that in the next step calculation 100 can be cancelled directly, so I am keeping the number as it is. So this is the dividend per share. Now the market value of the share is rupees 80. यानी आपने 80 रुपए लगाएंगे तो इतने पैसे आपको मिलेंगे, डिविडेंड इतना मिलेगा. So let us see the rate of return. Rate of return is equal to this much is the dividend over the investment of 80 rupees. So how much out of 100? So you have to multiply by 100. Okay, this much is the dividend per share over the investment of 80 rupees. So how much out of 100? So this 80 in the division can be converted into multiplication. For that you have to write into 1 by 80. So 16x upon 100 multiplied by 80 multiplied by 100. So this 100 and this 100 cancels. You get 16x upon 80. That comes out to be x by 5%. Okay. So rate of return is x by 5%. Let us calculate the rate of return for company B. Rate of dividend is 20%. That means dividend per share is 20% of face value. So let us keep it as it is again, because here also 100 will cancel. So 20x upon 100. I could have written here x by 5 also, but I told you that if you keep it 100 in the denominator, next step calculation, ROR will be easier. Okay. Now the market value of the share is rupees 120. यहाँ पे 80 रुपए में खरीदा था, यहाँ 120 में खरीदा. फेस वैल्यू दोनों की सेम है, लेकिन मार्केट वैल्यू दोनों की अलग अलग है. सो हियर रुपीज 120 इन्वेस्टेड. So this much is the dividend over the investment of 120. So how much out of 100? So again it will be 20x upon 100. This denominator will be written in terms of multiplication. So it is 1 upon 20 into 100. 100 cancels. 20x upon 120. 26 there. So x by 6. So here the rate of return is x by 5. Here the rate of return is x by 6%. When you come to the 10th standard, x by 5 is greater than x by 6, common sense से भी आना चाहिए. But let me go down to the basics and explain to you. Now I want to decide out of x by 5 and x by 6 which is greater. That means I have to compare two ratios. कौन बड़ा है कौन छोटा है decide करना है. जब दो ratios को अपने को compare करना होता है, तो in the lower classes you have studied, you have to cross multiply and decide the compare the product and then come to the conclusion. So what I am doing, 6 into x, 6x, and this is 5x. So I know that, we know that 6x is always greater than 5x. 6x is always greater than 5x. x पॉजिटिव क्वांटिटी रहेगी, रेट है, तो अलजेब्रा में अगर जाएंगे तो नेगेटिव के लिए बात अलग रहेगी, x नेगेटिव रहेगा तो, बट यहाँ हम लोगों को मालूम है कि x पॉजिटिव ही है. सो 6x इज ऑलवेज ग्रेटर देन 5x. अब ये 6 इसके नीचे जाएगा, 5 इसके नीचे आएगा, तो x by 5 is greater than x by 6. So x by 5 क्या है? Rate of return in company A. So that is what I have written. Rate of return of company A is greater then x by 6 is rate of return of company B. So rate of return in company A is greater than rate of return of company B. तो A में ज़्यादा रेट है रिटर्न का, तो therefore we have written investment in company A is more profitable. I hope it is very clear. So this problem is a good example. It can be asked in the board examination. Therefore I have marked star problem, though it is not given as a star problem in the textbook.